Over 65, this one simple habit restores muscle strength. Like you're 40, your muscle mass may have been cut in half just because you turned 70. And what's more alarming is you might not even notice it until it's already changed your life. You're still walking, still eating fine. But one day you realize you can't stand up from a chair without pushing off with your hands. Stairs feel steeper. Your hands shake when opening a jar. You feel drained just after a trip to the grocery store. You think it's normal. But the truth is, these are signs of a silent condition called sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. According to research from Harvard and Mayo Clinic, sarcopenia isn't something inevitable. It can be prevented and even reversed. In fact, with just 10 minutes a day, no equipment and no gym, you could regain the strength you had at 40. Yet 93% of seniors have never heard of this. And that's why so many lose the one thing that matters most as we age: independence. In this video, I, an 82-year-old man who still feels strong like I did in my younger days, will share with you everything I've learned. Why you may be getting weaker each day without even realizing it. How just a few simple movements can reactivate your old muscles. And most importantly, how you can stay free, active, and dignified without relying on anyone. To be honest with you, just 7 years ago, when I turned 75, I was losing strength too. I had to push myself up from chairs. A few steps on the stairs left me winded, and I thought, well, I'm getting old. Maybe this is just what happens. But I was wrong. And luckily, I realized it in time. I started learning, listening to my body. I made mistakes, tried things, and little by little I got my strength, balance, and confidence back, along with the joy of being in control of my own life. And now I want to pass on everything I've learned, my experiences, my knowledge, even my mistakes, with just one goal: to help you avoid wasting another year thinking it's just aging. Because if I could do it at 75, I truly believe you can too, starting today. If you're on a journey to live healthier and stay active after 65, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the simple, proven tips designed just for you. Let's begin, because it's never too late to get strong again. 1. You're losing muscle every day, but you can rebuild it in just 10 minutes. Your muscle mass may have already dropped by nearly half without you even knowing. It doesn't happen overnight. It starts with small signs. Stairs feel harder. Standing up needs a little push hands. Tremble when holding a full glass. I know that feeling. I've been there. At 75, I thought I was just slowing down with age. But when I started paying closer attention, I realized I wasn't just slowing, I was weakening in ways no one warned me about. It wasn't just getting older. It was a condition, sarcopenia, muscle loss, tied to aging. But here's the thing. Most people don't know you can slow it down and even reverse it. Just 10 minutes a day can reawaken your muscle-building systems. No heavy lifting, no gym membership. Just understanding your body and applying one key principle. Do it right. Do it regularly. Challenge yourself gradually. Science backs it up. According to Harvard and Mayo Clinic, even at 80, the body responds to light resistance training. And when done right, you don't just rebuild muscle, you reclaim confidence, balance, and your independence. I'll show you how I did it. How I, at 82, can still get up without using my hands, carry my grandchild, and take care of myself without fearing a fall. If you still want the simple joys like shopping on your own, lifting a small suitcase, or getting out of bed without struggling, this video is for you. Do you see yourself in this story? Let me know in the comments and share it with someone you care about. Up next, we'll look at why so many older adults keep getting weaker, not because they aren't trying, but because they don't know where to start, and how you can avoid that fate. 2. You're not getting weaker because you're old, but because your body hasn't been activated properly. Have you ever asked yourself, why do I feel more tired lately? Even though I'm eating the same and nothing's really wrong. I used to feel that way too, like I was quietly slipping, no pain, no fever, just slower, weaker. And the scariest part, I didn't know why. Until one night I came across a sentence that kept me awake. Your muscles don't age, they just wait for activation. That line came from a scientific discovery by Mayo Clinic. They found that most people over 65 aren't weak because they're old. They're weak because their muscles are no longer activated daily. Key muscle groups essentially go dormant and shrink over time. I realized I had stopped using the most important muscle groups, my thighs, hips, and lower back, the ones that help you stand up, keep balance, and move freely. And because I wasn't using them the right way, my brain slowly disconnected from them too. So yes, you're still walking, but you're walking on autopilot. No power, no control. And that's when things start to break down. You feel weaker, more likely to fall, and slowly more dependent on others. But here's the good news. That connection can be restored. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need hard workouts. You just need to reactivate those core muscle groups a little bit every day. And I'll show you exactly how to do that in the next few minutes. If you've ever felt like you're slowly losing control over your body, you're not alone. And if this topic feels important to you or someone you love, please share this video or simply drop a comment saying I'm ready, so I know you're on this journey with me. Coming up next, I'll tell you about the miracle I experienced when I started with just 6 minutes a day. Let's keep going. 3, just 6 minutes a day. And I could stand without using my hands again. It took me nearly 3 years to get weak, but just 6 minutes a day to start getting strong again. Sounds hard to believe, right? But it's true, and it all started on a completely ordinary morning. Not New Year's, no big goal. Just a simple feeling that I'd had enough. Enough of getting winded after a few steps. Enough of sitting down slowly like I was going to break apart. I remember asking myself, is this really who I am now? That morning, I made a quiet decision. I stepped out onto the back lawn and tried something small. Standing up and sitting down from a chair without armrests, holding my leg out to the side to work on balance. Taking a few slow, deliberate backward steps. No music, no trainer, no cheerleaders. Just me and 6 minutes. But I stuck with it. Same time every morning. The first week, nothing changed. But by week 2, I noticed I stood up a little faster. I walked with more steadiness. And when I went grocery shopping, my legs didn't protest the way they used to. By the end of the month, for the first time in years, I stood up from a chair without using my hands. At that moment, I didn't just regain muscle. I regained something much bigger. The belief that I was still in charge of my own life. You don't need a grand plan, just a sturdy chair, 6 minutes, and a promise to yourself. If you don't know where to begin, don't worry. Next, I'll walk you through the exact 3 movements I used, which I believe every person over 70 can do safely and effectively. If you've made it this far, leave a comment that says, "I'll try it." Because sometimes a life-changing transformation starts with just one small step. Let's keep going. 4. 3 simple moves to reclaim your strength. After 70, you don't need fancy equipment. You don't need a personal trainer. You don't even need to sign up for a morning gym class. What you do need is a sturdy chair, a bit of space, and 3 simple movements I call the body control trio. I know they work because I'm living proof. The first move is the sit to stand. Stand up from a chair and sit back down without using your hands. Sounds easy. Try doing it 10 times in a row. This move activates your thighs, glutes, and lower back, exactly the muscles you rely on for balance and staying on your feet. The second is the leg raise. Stand beside a chair, hold on with one hand, let the other hand hang loose and gently lift one leg to the side, then lower it slowly. 10 times on each leg. This strengthens your hips and core, improving your balance when you're walking on uneven surfaces. And finally, my personal favorite, the step back. Step 1 foot slowly behind you, then return to center. Keep your upper body straight without leaning forward. This targets your glutes and thighs and helps you walk more steadily, reducing the risk of tripping on rugs or curbs. I do just 2 rounds of each, less than 6 minutes total. But the difference is real. I get up more firmly, climb stairs without huffing, and most importantly, I feel strong again on my own terms. You don't have to go fast. You just have to be consistent. Even if your hands shake or your legs feel unsure, that's okay. What matters is you keep going. If you've ever thought I'm too old to exercise, please believe me, this is exactly the time your body needs it most, and it's still ready to respond. Try one move after watching this video, and if you'd like me to guide you through each step in a follow-up video, leave a comment saying, "I want to learn the 3 moves." I'd be honored to walk alongside you because true strength doesn't come from your age, but from your will. Now let's move on to something most older adults are doing wrong after they exercise, and it may be the reason they're losing muscle without even knowing it. You might be surprised. 5. If you skip. This after exercising, your muscles will keep disappearing. I used to think, as long as I'm exercising, I'm doing fine. But I was wrong, and I found that out quite unexpectedly. In the beginning, I felt pretty good after doing my 3 morning exercises. But after a few weeks, I wasn't feeling much stronger. I still stood up, slowly, still felt winded on the stairs. I started to wonder, am I too late? Then I came across a study from Harvard Medical School that explained it clearly. Older adults need protein and water after exercising if they don't want their muscles to break down instead of building up. Turns out exercise is only half the battle. The other half happens after your workout. When you move your body, your muscles experience tiny tears. That's actually a good thing. But if you don't feed them afterward with the right nutrients and fluids, your body starts using muscle tissue as fuel. The result? You get more tired, even though you're exercising and you don't know why. So I changed one small thing after my morning workout. I started drinking a warm glass of water with a few slices of ginger and eating something light, a boiled egg or a bit of salmon. Sometimes it's just a glass of almond milk or some soft tofu. Within days, I felt the difference. The soreness didn't linger, I slept better. And the next morning, I felt more ready to move. I know a lot of people my age who are faithfully exercising, but skipping this step. and they wonder why they still feel weak despite all their effort. If you're starting your journey to build strength, please remember, muscles are like plants. You can't just till the soil exercise and forget to water them nutrition. Try this tomorrow morning. After moving, drink a glass of water, eat a little protein, and relax for 15 minutes. Don't overlook this. It's the key to real progress. And if you have a favorite post-workout snack that works for you, share it in the comments so others can learn too. In our next part, we'll explore a surprising truth. Even when you're sitting still, you can activate your core muscles if you do it the right way. Don't miss it. 6. Can't leave the house. You can still reactivate your core muscles. Not every morning brings good weather. Not every day do you feel strong enough to step into the yard or walk around the block. And let's be honest, after 70, not everyone feels well enough to get in the car and head to a gym. I understand that. There was a time when I had mild knee pain, and my doctor advised me to limit movement. But then I asked myself, if I can't get around, does that mean I just give up? Or is there a way to keep my body active even while sitting down? The answer was yes. And the results surprised me. Each morning, I'd sit at the edge of my bed or on a sturdy chair, back, straight feet flat on the floor, and do a few simple movements. Slowly lift one knee, hold it for 3 seconds, then lower it. Hold a small water bottle in one hand, raise it to shoulder level, and hold for 5 seconds. Then gently twist side to side, like you're turning to someone calling your name. Sounds easy, right? It is. But after 5 minutes, my heart would beat a little faster, my back would warm up, and most importantly, I could feel my body waking up from stillness. Researchers at Mayo Clinic call these micro-movements small motions that can activate your core muscles and slow down the physical decline that comes from long periods of inactivity. You don't need to exercise in the traditional sense. You just need to move gently daily to send your brain the signal, I'm still here and I still want to stay strong. If you're at a point in life where going out is hard, or you're recovering from illness, don't lose hope. Your body is still with you, and as long as you move, it will respond. If you see yourself in this stage, try a chair workout tomorrow morning. And if you'd like me to create a sample video to guide you through each move, just leave a comment, I need chair exercises. Because next, I'll share what I call the invisible medicine that helped me not only recover, but feel joyful again, even when I had no one else around. Don't miss it. 7. The invisible medicine that made me feel stronger than people half my age. I'm not exaggerating, because even after sticking to my routine and eating right, I still felt like something was missing. Some mornings I was still tired, sluggish, even though I'd had a full night's sleep. Some days I just didn't feel like moving, even when nothing hurt. Then I began doing something I'd neglected most of my life, thanking my body. It might sound too simple to be true, but each morning I'd sit quietly, close my eyes, and whisper to myself, thank you, legs, for still helping me stand. Thank you, hands, for pouring water and writing. Thank you, heart, for beating every second without rest. I call it my invisible medicine. You can't buy it at the drugstore. No doctor prescribes it. But it transformed my mindset in the most powerful way. When I started feeling gratitude for my body, I treated it more gently. I became more patient with my progress. I made better food choices, and I stopped blaming myself for not being as fast or strong as I once was. Science agrees with this too. A study from Harvard found that positive thinking and gratitude can help seniors recover faster, reduce inflammation, and even strengthen the immune system. A healthy mind really is the foundation of a healing body. I no longer feel like I'm fighting aging. I'm walking alongside it slowly but more steadily each day. And if you've been feeling discouraged, please don't focus only on what you've lost. Take a moment to see what you still have. You still have your eyes to read this, your heart to feel, and a body, though slower, that will still show up for you if you treat it with patience and care. Tomorrow morning, try what I did. Take 2 minutes just to give thanks. And if it makes a difference for you, share it with me in a comment. I thanked my body today. Because in the next part, I'll share one very practical secret. What you eat first in the morning may determine whether you keep your muscle or quietly lose it day by day. Let's keep going. 8. What you eat first in the morning may determine your muscle strength. Not everyone believes breakfast is important. I used to think that way too. For a while, I'd just have a cup of black coffee and read the paper thinking that was enough to start my day. Until one day I stumbled upon an article from the Mayo Clinic, and it truly shocked me. The article made it clear if you're over 65 and start your day without enough protein, your body may begin to eat away at your own muscles for energy. That's like slowly sawing off the chair you're sitting on every morning a little more. When you're younger, your body can tolerate skipping breakfast or just nibbling in the morning. But after 65, muscle breakdown happens more rapidly. If you don't feed your body with protein early in the day, especially after light exercise, it won't have the raw material needed to rebuild the muscle you just used. I decided to change. Now, every morning after my gentle workout, I always eat a small portion of protein, a boiled egg, a slice of salmon, half an avocado with chia seeds, or simply a glass of almond milk with plant-based protein powder. It doesn't take much, but it must be consistent. The result, I no longer feel drained halfway through the morning. My muscles have grown firmer slowly but noticeably. And most importantly, I have the energy to walk with my grandson, roll out my bike, and truly feel like I'm living, not just existing. If you often skip breakfast or only have white toast, sugary cereal, or black coffee, I sincerely hope you'll consider changing that. Just 7 to 10 grams of protein each morning can make a big difference after a few weeks. Remember, you don't need a feast. You just need the right start. If you're wondering where to begin, the next section will share simple, easy-to-digest breakfast ideas that are perfect for people over 70 who want to restore muscle and stay in shape. And if you found this helpful, leave a comment. I'll fix my breakfast. Your body is listening. Treat it like your most precious companion. And now let's move on to the final part. Final words. You don't need to be young again. You just need to take control day by day. After everything I've shared with you, maybe you're wondering, can I really do this? At my age, is it too late to start? I know that feeling. At 75, I had the same doubts. But now at 82, I feel stronger, more in control, and more at peace than I've ever felt. Not because I'm as strong as I was in my 40s, but because I've learned how to live in tune with my body. I'm not trying to fight aging. I've learned to listen to it and work with it. We don't need to run marathons or build bulky muscles. What we do need is agency independence and enough health to enjoy each day with loved ones, hobbies, and the small, beautiful moments that still matter deeply. Just 6 minutes each morning, one protein-rich breakfast, a few moves while sitting on a chair, and a silent thank you to the body that's carried you this far. These small things done daily will create a life that feels fuller and more joyful. If you feel like now is the time to start, then today is the perfect day. Leave a note in the comments. I will take action for me, not for anyone else, but because you deserve a strong, independent, and inspiring later chapter. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, not just to get more content like this, but so we can continue walking this path together every day. If you'd like to support this journey, consider a small donation to help us keep making more helpful videos for the senior community. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll explore another surprising secret about health and longevity that few people know. You won't want to miss it.